So what's popping, guys? Welcome back in another video, and in today's video I'll show you 11 different Solana projects that I'm currently farming, and if you receive like Giro, Jupiter, or even recently Magic Eden Diamonds, so you know what I'm talking about. There's a ton of coming to Solana right now, and even if you're gonna get a few $100s or even maybe a few thousand based on your activity, that is going to definitely reward you in 2024. So currently we have around 10 airdrops on this list, and I expect there's going to be a ton of more because if you stake, for example, like Pyth on Solana, you're going to be receiving a ton of different airdrops that you're not even aware of which one you are farming right now. So without further ado, let me show you the first one, which is Parcl. And I'm super bullish on Parcl, to be honest, because that's one of these protocols that is super unique. So essentially what they allow you to do is to trade real estate assets on Solana, and you can speculate on rising and falling real estate markets. So to get started is really simple, and the platform itself is really interesting. So of course you'll need to have your Phantom wallet. Then you want to go ahead and create an account. So once you're going to click on this icon, you want to click on create account and you want to give it a name. So once you do that, you will need to pay the small fee for the transaction to open the account. Once you're going to open your account, you will need to click on this button to activate your points. And this is necessary to do that if you want to receive the airdrop. So click on the activate button. So now once you create your account, you'll need to go and click on the deposit button. And unfortunately, we cannot supply Solana here. We can only supply USDC. So in this wallet, I have 0 USDC, so I'll need to go to Jupiter and swap some. So let's say I'm gonna get around 500 USDC and click on the swap button. Once you do that, come back to the deposit button and select the amount that you want to deposit. So now we have the account activated, and if you click on this arrow, you can see that we have this position. So you can deposit and you can withdraw it as well. If you go to the official main dashboard, you will see that we have our trending markets, where you can speculate on rising or falling markets. So essentially what we're gonna do now, we're gonna click on view all, and then we can select the market that we want to trade. So let's say we want to select Miami Beach because they have huge open interest. So I'm gonna click on the trade button, and then in here you can open long position or short position. If your main interest is only to earn points, you don't have to worry about the leverage. You can only set up the amount that you want to trade. So now you have your funds in your wallet, and we want to open long position for $100. So you just input $100 in here, and then you want to click on preview, and our position is $100 worth. We're going to be getting 0.4 square foot, and our leverage is 0.5. So once you got it done, you want to click on open position. And of course, guys, nothing in this video is financial advice. If you're going to use too much leverage, you're going to be liquidated. So just keep your leverage super low and never spend more money than you can afford to lose. So now as you can see, we have this diamond hands bonus activated. So our position is open, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to open another position in the same market. So now once we have our position open, the next step what I'm going to do is I'm going to open another account to hedge this position against it. So if you click on this plus button, you want to name your account, and then just simply create another one. So now once you get it done, you want to deposit to this account as well. And I'm going to deposit $100 in here. Of course, if you want to do it on the smaller scale, you can do that as well, like $20, maybe $30. And now our account is loaded up, so we can go back to the main page. We can find the active markets again. So click on view all. Then you want to click on active markets, and we want to select Las Vegas. And then we want to click on the new position. And instead of long, we're going to open up short now. So click on the short button, and then we want to select $100 worth of that. And now I'm going to open short position, so $100 of USDC. And if you're curious, what's your liquidation price, we can open up this margin requirements, and you can see that if your price is going to reach $460, which is highly unlikely, but you never know, you will be liquidated. So that's why I want to keep my leverage as low as possible, so I can only farm points and I don't have to worry about being liquidated. So I'm going to click on the preview button and then open the position. So now we have our points activated, so you can see our two positions of $200, so $100 in this account and $100 in this account as well. And make sure before you're gonna deposit your funds to the account, use my referral code because you're gonna get a 5% points boost forever. And also, if you want to maximize your points, you can earn a rewarding 10% of points earned by each users you're gonna refer. So we have $200 in open interest. And if you want to make sure you are actually earning points, you can go to the point system, and you'll be getting 2 points per dollar on your open trading position. And the other strategy I will show you is you can essentially deposit your funds to the liquidity pool, and for that you'll be getting 4 points per $1. So essentially, if you go to Parcl icon, then you want to go and click on provide liquidity, and you can see the statistics from liquidity pools. So you'll be essentially earning a portion of trading fees by providing liquidity to Parcl platform. So I'm going to deposit $200 to the liquidity pool. Of course, you don't have to lock it the same amount. You can do like $50, for example. And the only one disadvantage of that is you'll need to lock it for at least 30 days. So if you agree with that, and if you want to earn these points, so for example, you can see 800 points for a day. which looks really good to me. So I'm gonna click on the deposit and confirm. And you can see how many people also farming this airdrop. So there's over 100,000 traders, and a lot of people going very light on this because they're not too concerned about the points. And I think this airdrop is going to be lucrative because they also have a decent funding of almost $12 million. So if you want to calculate, I will be getting like 1,200 points a day, and for 30 days, that's 36,000. So you can see how many already points people have in the leaderboard. So if you're willing to just play it for the long run, I think it's going to be worth it. Of course, the leaderboard is keep going up, and it's hard to keep up with these points because people that started earlier, they are definitely ahead of the herd. But there's nothing you can do about this now. You can only farm it. And if the airdrop will be in a couple of months, you're already gonna accumulate a nice portion of tokens. So that's pretty much summarized on Parcl, and I'm looking forward for the airdrop. So the next one that recently dropped was Jupiter, and they also said that there will be another airdrop. So if you want to qualify for the next one, you definitely want to do some swaps. You want to use different features on the website, like for example, limit orders, DCA, bridge. You wanna try as many different features as they provide, because the more you use it, the more consistent you're going to be using it. Volume, activity, transactions, everything that's matter for the airdrop. So it's not like you're going to be farming this airdrop continuously, like, 10 swaps a day. It is sort of different. You just want to use it whenever you need it. So you don't have to go hard on this one because we never know when this airdrop will happen. Maybe it's going to be a couple of months. So it's good to make a couple of transactions a month over a course, for example, let's say 3 to 5 to even 6 months. So now this is where we're going to make it interesting. So we're going to combine now a bunch of different projects. So you're going to be basically using one project, but you're going to be chaining all of these projects together. So we're going to qualify it for all of them. So let's start with Marinade. So Marinade is essentially a Solana staking platform. So if you go to it, it's basically similar platform to Jito, where you can go ahead and you can stake your SOL. So make sure you connect your wallet, and now you can stake some SOL. So I'm going to deposit, let's say 2 Solana. And for that, we're going to, or 2.5 SOL, and we're going to get $250. So you can stake the SOL, and in exchange of that, you're going to receive MSOL, and additionally we're gonna be earning APY of 8%, but that's not what we care about. What we want is to restake these assets to multiply and connect our different protocols to qualify for as many different airdrops as possible. So now once we've got our MSOL in our wallet, we want to go to a website called Drift, and they also have a point system on the website. So next up, you wanna go to deposit your MSOL, and we're gonna deposit, let's say 1. So now once you deposit it, you want to go to borrow, and then you want to borrow the entire amount that you deposited, so confirm withdraw. So now additionally, if you want to take it even one step further, you can go ahead and you can trade it. I'm not going to trade it because I just want to stake it and I want to borrow and lend it. That's all I want to do, because we're going to connect all of different protocols into like one staking ultimate guide. But if you want to do that, you can go to, for example, swap, and you can swap one token to another one. So now the next protocol you want to test is Marginfi. And first off, you will need to do some swaps. So if we go to swap feature, and now this integrates the Jupiter protocol into Marginfi. So what we need to do is to swap some MSOL to BSOL. So let's say we want to swap one MSOL to BSOL. So click on the swap button. So now the swap is successful. So you want to go to lend again, and we want to supply some assets. So make sure you guys see this is you supply. Then you want to select BSOL, and we want to select the maximum amount, which is 1 BSOL. So click on the supply button. So once you've done that, you want to click on the borrow tab, and you want to select MSOL. So we're going to borrow some MSOL against it, and we can borrow like, for example, 0.2, let's say. And once you got that, you can click on the borrow. And for all of that, what we do, you're going to find the links down below so you can access that easily. So next one we want to use is Kamino. So in here we have plenty of different options like borrowing, liquidity, you can multiply, long, short, and you can also check your portfolio. So in here we want to only deposit liquidity. If you want to take it to the next level, I definitely encourage you to just borrow and lend it, but of course not a financial advice. It's only if you want to maximize each of these protocols. If we want to hit the minimum, definitely like providing liquidity is enough to do that. So I'm gonna click on liquidity. So let's say I want to go for the first one because the APY is 10% and also the TVL is 25 million. So now to do that, we'll need to get some Jito SOL and also SOL, so we can exchange our MSOL into Jito SOL. So now we're gonna go to Jupiter, and in here we want to select MSOL and we want to go for Jito SOL. Once you got that, you want to select the amount of MSOL that you want or Jito SOL that you want, and click on the swap button. So once that's ready, you want to go to this position, click on the deposit button. So in here you can select single asset deposit, and we're gonna send for example 1. So this is going to divide into Solana and Jito SOL. So click on deposit and stake, and now you want to confirm the transaction in your Phantom wallet. So now once that's done, if you go to your portfolio, you will see your dashboard, your net value, and your positions open. So we have the Jito SOL and SOL open. So everything is good. So I'm gonna just leave it there for a while and let it sit, and hopefully we're gonna see a nice decent airdrop. So the next one that we wanna take advantage of is Meteora. And here you can provide your assets to liquidity pool. So similarly to Kamino, you can select any pair that you want to deposit. So let's say I want to Sol USDC, and let's say I want to swap 0.25 Sol into USDC. So that will be $25. So that will be around $50 in our liquidity pool. Maybe we can do over that. So that's 26. So that's $25. So click on the swap button. So now our swap is completed. I want to go to deposit. And I'm gonna deposit the max $28 that I have in this wallet and plus 0.3 Sol. So I'm gonna click on deposit and then confirm your transaction in your Phantom wallet. Additionally, if you wanna take it one step further, you can go to vaults. And as we have some already MSOL in the wallet, so I'm gonna take that MSOL and deposit maybe some in here. So let's say I want to deposit 0.1. So I will click on the deposit and then confirm your transaction in your Phantom wallet. So the more funds you will use, the more features you will use, that also beneficial for your airdrop when it comes to it. So the next Solana ecosystem I want to talk about is Pyth network. They provide data to different blockchains, to different protocols, sort of like Celestia, but this was on Solana. So essentially, by staking, you'll be qualified for some of these airdrops. And to give you the example and perspective, what essentially we are getting so far, since the post where I talk about Pyth, we already qualified for Zero Land and also Live. And additionally, we are in profit already because I made a guide a couple days ago when Pyth was below 0.4. It's always good to see that we are already a little bit in profit. So when it comes to it, you can read the post. I'm going to link it down below. And essentially, we need to buy some Pyth on central exchanges, or you can go to Jupiter and you can exchange your Sol into Pyth. So once you're going to have that in your wallet, you will need to stake it. So I'm staking 1000 Pyth, and I recommend to stake at least 500 to qualify for potentially different airdrops. And the power of that is you don't even know what airdrop you can qualify for. When they're ready to release the token, they might include Pyth staker as good network contributors. So essentially, once you're going to have your Pyth token in your wallet, you want to say, like, for example, I want to have staked 100 tokens, and you click on the stake button. And really important note is that you'll need to map your EVM address. So if you use a lot of different applications on Ethereum, BNB, AVAX, and other chains, you want to copy your address and go to your profile and paste that address in there, because that additionally might qualify you for different criteria perhaps. So that's another one that I'm leveraging on Solana. The next one that everyone is farming, and I think is going to pay off big, because they have the most volume, the most active users, and everyone is trading Solana NFTs on Tensor. So because they did an airdrop already, they had 2 seasons, so now it's the season 3. So a lot of people speculate and a lot of people want to earn these points. I personally faded that because it requires to have a lot of time if you want to earn these points. You need to trade a lot, make a lot of volume, bid on different collections, list collections. You want to essentially be degen on Solana. So I really like the branding and how they make it easier for you to understand everything what they do. So you can see all of different features like how you can earn the points, what you have to take a look at. You can also skip to the next one. You can list your NFTs, bid on the NFTs. That's just in a nutshell. If you want to, you can read about this more in detail. You can also do market make NFTs, and that's basically for experienced traders. So if you are new and beginner, I don't recommend to do that. So that's in a nutshell about Tensor. The another one that I want to talk about is Magic Eden. So finally, they did an airdrop of retroactive airdrop for everybody who was using Solana back in 2021. I've seen a lot of people making over 100,000 in diamonds. So I don't know how much these diamonds will be worth at the end, but definitely that's a significant amount of diamonds that people accumulated trading NFTs back then when they were super popular. So now we're gonna have multiple different chains being rewarded in diamonds, and the first was Solana. So I can claim 2.5k as well. And also how you can earn these points, basically you can go ahead and you can buy NFTs, you can list them, and you can make collection offers. So the more you use it, the more your active is gonna be pretty similar like Tensor. So these two marketplaces basically compete with each other to position themselves on the place number one, to use their product and not the competitor. And if you want to maximize your gains using Magic Eden and you want to earn more diamonds, you want to keep your loyalty score at 100%. And also now the diamond boost is 200%, so it's good time to be trading and being active on Solana. So there will be more to come. So if you are curious what's coming to Magic Eden, they're definitely going to introduce a lot of different blockchains like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polygon. And if it's going to be retroactive for all people that uses different chains, it could be diluted for a lot of people, but it's going to be also widely distributed. So a lot of money is going to flow to it. A lot of people are going to be rewarded by Magic Eden. And last but not least, we have Phantom. And Phantom is the most popular wallet. And we haven't seen any airdrop from any wallet so far from different chains like MetaMask, Phantom, Magic Eden, or any different wallets. So if they're going to drop it, they definitely have the fundamentals to do that. they making a ton of money from just the swap feature. So definitely try to use a couple times the swap feature. It's simple. You can click on this arrow there and just make some swaps from Sol to Jupiter to USDC, wherever you really want. It's good to make some transactions within the wallet in case they will airdrop it. So definitely remember about that. So that's pretty much summarizes my entire monster guide on Solana. And it's basically very simple. You just need to stake it, connect a bunch of different protocols. You can also scale it up to your financial position. Of course, nothing in this video is financial advice. And if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. Follow me on Twitter because this is where I share the alpha, and I'll see you in the next one.